Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curated by Becta's meal kit number 148 for May 12th to the 14th. Thanks for ordering this week, and thanks for letting us be a part of a special celebration at home. And a special shout out to the moms who are celebrating Mother's Day this week. You are the best. Moms make the world go around. So we've got a terrific and pretty easy menu for you tonight. So why don't we jump in? I've got the oven pre-warmed to 450 degrees, or in my case, 425, because I've got a convection oven. Always take 25 degrees off. I've got a cast iron pan. I should turn on the hood fan a little bit because it might smoke. I've got my beautiful smoked brisket here. We're going to hit it with some salt and pepper. And we're going to put a pan, we're going to put it down, and then you can season the other sides while it is cooking. Want to make sure to season it well. It's going to be about 45 seconds per side. And so I've got some trusty tongs here that are going to top it up. I've gone ahead and put our grits in a pot. I'm going to put it on medium heat. And I've got 1 tablespoon of water and 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter in there. And just make sure to keep giving it a stir while we're making the rest. We've also got a pan that's warming up to medium-high heat, and that's going to be for our carrots. We're going to need 1 tablespoon of Nutri-Oil, canola or grapeseed oil in there. Okay, that's been 45 seconds. Time to switch. I can put it onto the side that has been seared already. And then when I turn it over, we're going to keep seasoning the other sides because we want it to be nice and seasoned. Brisket on its own without seasoning is no fun whatsoever. In the meantime, I've got my preserved lemon vinaigrette and I've got my endive here, endive spears. So you can use the box that it came in because it's compostable and just give it a stir. Let me see, do I need to add some salt and pepper? Yes, salt and pepper. Just like I'm going to do for the beef when I turn it over and sear another side. So there are 6 sides to this beef. So hopefully you can remember which side that you have seared. It's pretty obvious. And then when you flip it over, just keep seasoning. So I'm going to give this endive a little stir because the preserved lemon vinaigrette and the salt is going to break down the endive so it's less bitter. So that's got a nice little stir on it. We're good. We can put that aside now. There we go. A little salt and pepper there. And then this, when I'm done searing all the sides, we're going to bake in the oven for 12 minutes. Oh, we're going to baste it with barbecue sauce first. So make sure you get a little baster. And we've got our Carolina barbecue sauce, which is a little more zippy. It's a little more vinegar-based. Hit that, and I think this is our last side. It doesn't have to be exactly 45 seconds per side, but you want a nice little crust on there. In the meantime, let me take a little sip of this wine. I love this wine. We just got it back in. This is an Alchemies from Greece, and why would you not serve a Greek wine with a Greek cheese like halloumi? Delicious. But this one actually is from Ontario. Okay, so I can turn the heat off at this point, and now we're going to baste this with barbecue sauce. You don't have to do it on the bottom. Just do it on the sides. It's going to spark up a little bit, so just don't burn yourself. So that's okay. Okay, that's got a nice glaze on it. And that can go in the oven. Hey, Google, set a timer for 12 minutes. Now I can turn that off. My grits are coming along well, so I'm going to turn the heat down there. So it's just keeping things warm. The carrots are good, so let me sear up my halloumi. So I want to get a medium non-stick pan, and I want to get it, let's see, 2.5 minutes per side until golden brown, and we want it medium-high heat. And do I use some oil? Yes. Same thing, canola or grapeseed oil. I want 1 tablespoon per person. And I want to get a flipper. I burned my good flipper for non-stick pans. So I'm going to use this guy. Actually, I'm going to use this guy, which might be a little better to flip things over. I need to get a new pastry spatula that's non-stick. All right, get that oil warmed up. The carrots are there. Let's see how long the carrots are, because that's going to be 12 minutes in and I want to time it there. So 8 minutes on the carrots, and then we're going to do 2 more minutes. So in a couple minutes, we're going to start the carrots off. I can probably get it to 5 instead of 4. And the halloumi heat is probably ready to go. Let me turn that down just a touch. Woo. There we go. Don't burn your fingers like I did. It wasn't really bad. The oil wasn't super hot. And make sure to move it around and get your tongs nearby, and that's going to be able to flip it over after 2.5 minutes, give or take. And we want a nice golden brown. So we can go ahead then and work on the next elements of the appetizer, which is the muamara. Now, for those of you who have not watched these videos before, I really recommend not doing everything like I am, the appetizer, main course, and dessert at the same time, because you want to be able to enjoy things in between. So I'm just trying to keep the video tight, but don't feel like you have to do everything together. You can, but stretch it out, enjoy. Dining is about enjoying, and actually cooking is about enjoying too. Muamara is awesome. This is a red pepper and walnut spread. Okay, let's see how our halloumi is doing. That's a nice golden brown. Lovely. So I think we're ready for our carrots. So carrots have been steamed. These lovely heirloom carrots. They go in there. Hit with a little salt and pepper. You definitely do not need to season the halloumi. Halloumi is by nature a very salty thing. We had a little runaway piece of kale there. Let me take that out. And I'm actually going to turn the halloumi off so it just keeps cooking without burning down there. And then we've got these lovely endive spears with the preserved lemon vinaigrette. This is a great appetizer. And I, of course, plated up all beautiful like, and then my wife comes along and separates hers for her and our son. So if you've got 3 at home, you don't need to order 3 meals. You just need to order 2, and it certainly feeds you. Make sure to give the carrots a stir every once in a while. Okay, let me make sure that, yeah, that's looking good on the halloumi. We're going to bring it over here. Nice golden brown on both sides. And what you do is you cut it into triangles, because very few food things in this world are in triangles, so why would you not? And then you can just plate it up in whatever kind of pretty setup you like. There is our pan-seared halloumi with the endive and the preserved lemon vinaigrette, and our muamara done up with, for those smart enough to order the wine pairing, the Alchemist from Greece. Yeah, man, that is great. Oh yeah, I should probably plate this one too. All right, let's get ready for the main course. Give the carrots another stir. Give this guy another stir. And we have a perennial favorite from Curated by Becta tonight for the red. This is our Septima Malbec, and it is great with barbecue, especially this barbecue sauce. It's just juicy and smoky and delicious. I put my dessert in the fridge because it just set before I came out, but you guys should bring it to room temperature. And it's already got the dark chocolate and the sea salt on there. And then we've got this espresso soil, and just toss it around. Use as much or as little as you like. I'm going to use a little less, but I'm going to leave it out because our son loves to eat it later on. Super simple, easy dessert, and really tasty. I need to try this Malbec. I love these guys. I've actually been to the vineyard in Spain that owns this vineyard. It's the Raventos y Blanc from near Barcelona, and they bought this great Malbec vineyard in Argentina, and they make beautiful wine both in Spain and in Argentina. Okay, so we're getting close. Hey Google, how much time's left on the timer? Wow, maybe it's more than I expected. That's okay. We're going to bring it out. We're going to do the carrots just before. We're going to throw the kale in, and we're going to hit it with some more barbecue sauce. I think we're close on this because I might rush the beef just so that you're not waiting around for me. So the kale is lovely. And we're going to hit it with some salt and pepper. And we need 1 tablespoon of butter, unsalted butter always, melting in there. And we're going to take about 2 minutes and toss that around. And I need some non-stick tongs to work with. So as soon as the butter melts, I'm going to start mixing this around. So in the meantime, let me tell you about the Mother's Day meal kit. Well, if you're watching this, then you already got it. So we're going to be on to a new Big Night In meal kit next week. But Mother's Day, I'm super excited about. We've got some lobster spaghetti, which is going to be great. I'm filming that meal kit tomorrow night. And I'm just really grateful for, the people who watched this. We did our 20th anniversary of Becta last week in the restaurant. And it was super exciting because most of the people who came along, you know who you are, to do our 20th anniversary tasting menu, order our Curated by Becta meal kits on a regular basis. And how cool is that? I just thought it was really amazing. So thank you for supporting us both in the restaurant and at home. You can skip through this if you're bored, and because we're just going to saute this, I'm going to turn the heat off, and then we're going to plate things up once the beef is ready. So I'd normally take some time and sort of edit out this middle part, but tomorrow morning is my last breakfast for the Boys and Girls Club with me as board chair. And so I'm up at it at 6:30 in the morning to get over there in time. And I'm not going to have time to do a lot of editing before I send it out to you guys. So thanks for bearing with me while I'm just mixing stuff up around. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to bring the beef out of the oven. Oh, she's looking nice. It's like this lovely caramel color. And you want to add some more sauce to make it nice and saucy. Hey Google, timer off. Okay, so we hit it with a nice barbecue sauce. Just let it rest there for a minute while we're plating up the rest. So first we're going to start with the grits. Make sure you season these well. They need a good amount of salt and pepper. We need to hit it with a little more salt. Try to convince my son that grits are great. It's one of the few things that we bring home. Cornish hen is the other one, where he's like, I don't really like that. Otherwise, he's pretty amiable to what we're doing here. All right, and spread it out in a nice circle. Don't forget to turn off your oven, like I always forget. And the kale. When you're plating any foods, try to keep some visual on all of them so the colors really pop. Almost there. And get that nice carrot butter on top. All right, it's beef time. This looks fantastic. Nestle it right in the middle. Get those nice bits. I'm going to eat those as soon as the camera is off. And hit it with some more salt and pepper right at the end. There we are. The lovely Carolina barbecue sauced smoked beef brisket with creamy grits, baby carrots, kale. Voila. I hope you love your meal. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this. Thanks for the support. And I really hope we get to see